Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mission Inspired, a CPG chat. I'm your host, Rusty Jones, co founder of Hello Water. On Mission Inspired, I share the stories of founders, executives, and anyone inspiring the future of the CPG industry. Today's episode is with Billal Sadiq, CEO of Bolani Foods. Bilal has been a veteran in the CPG industry for more than 15 years. He began his career at a very young age, helping his mom work in farmers markets, and has been involved in the family business since it began in 2003. Bilal has a passion for bringing healthy, nutritious food to the masses and works tirelessly to achieve his goals for his family and company. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Billal Sadiq. How you doing, bud?
Great. Nice to be on here, Rusty. Thanks
Pleasure
for
meeting you. Thanks for joining Mission Inspired Episode 1.
no problem.
We've got all the answers. We're gonna figure this out.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, obviously the episode's called Mission Inspired. I'd love to, hear how you got started. What the mission is at Bilal or at Bolani, and anything you want to share. Floor is yours, young man.
Sure. So we started in 2003. Just kind of me and my mom worked for different farmers market companies, and we always looked around and saw different types of foods, Italian foods, Indian food, and being immigrants from Afghanistan, we thought, you know, there's no Afghan like food product, but what should we bring? We wanted to bring something that was easily um, acceptable, kind of would translate well to the American palate, and we thought of Bolani. So my mom's learned this recipe from her grandma, and it's a filled flatbread with different vegetables inside, and we kind of started from one farmer's market. One grew to two, two grew to three, and then pretty soon we were a very large farmers market company, doing over 100 farmers markets a week. And we never even thought about going into retail. We didn't really know anything about CPG. We just had a good, profitable business, working with local farmers, getting produce who we met at the farmers market, and filling flatbreads and baking them and making spreads like pesto sauces to complement it. And from there, we met Whole Foods Voyager, and in 2007 we got into Whole Foods, and then we grew into Whole Foods Northern California, Southern California, and then Costco picked us up and a bunch of other retailers, and we really started to accelerate growth. And in 2016, we were doing very well. And unfortunately, my mom got sick, and she was at the time a big part of the business. And so when we were really getting tired out with my mom's health and the work, and the business had grown really large, so we decided to give it to a big conglomerate. And unfortunately, they weren't able to produce the product. And for 7 or 8 months, we didn't produce. We lost all our business. We started all over again. In 2018, my brother, I thought we were out of the business, to be honest with you. So, but my brother started back up, and I kind of joined him afterwards. And me and my brother have kind of started Bolani again. And from there, we have grown back and through farmers markets, back into natural specialty. And today we are building out our 12,000 square foot facility in Concord, California. And we're looking for more space currently. We might take over the building next door to grow even larger. So,
That's amazing.
yeah,
Congratulations. Sorry to hear about
thank
your
you.
mom.
No, it's okay.
Is she
She's
okay?
doing much better, cancer free.
Good.
Yeah, my dad had cancer shortly after. He's also cancer free. So it was just
That's
one of those
awesome.
double bugs. But, we're
Yeah.
doing much better, and things are going good.
Well, yeah. Now that you boys are running it, they've got less things to stress about, right?
That's right.
Awesome. The spinach filled flatbread looks amazing. I got to try
Yeah.
some of that. We're out here in Chicago. Do you have any distribution out here that I can pick it up,
Uh,
or do you have it
not
online?
No, not currently. We do sell online, but we are. This is the year we're working to get national distribution. So I would say in the next 4 or 5 months, we'll definitely be in retailers in Chicago. So
Nice. So again, from an entrepreneur standpoint, you're starting it up again. What's been some of your biggest challenges? I mean, having a beverage company, we know that uh, packaging and distribution and all those games. But I mean, you're building out an actual facility. That's got to be a big challenge. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, so some of the challenges that starting back up, actually, some of the strengths that helped us a lot is I kind of know what's where the road is going, so this time I can be more prepared for it because I've kind of got there. And once you, like I always say, once you get there, it's much harder to make any adjustments. So once you're doing 10 million, 14 million in sales, it's hard to pivot and U-turn. So I kind of put things in place so I know that when we get there, we'll have those things available, whether that be larger facility, more cooler space, whether that might be, building out a social media presence, all those things that come along with it. Yeah, so I think Bolani, because of its roots, is very important of what the inspiration and the motivation for Bolani is. Is one, we started from farmers markets, so farmers have been a big part of we grow. I still have a lot of good relationships with those farmers. I still buy a lot of produce from those farmers, and kind of building that ecosystem like that. And then also always supporting the farmers markets, being in touch with our customers, no matter how large we get. And then, Bolani being an Afghan food product, it's very important for us for me personally, to really show a different light to a country that has seen a lot of, sometimes good, a lot of times bad publicity. And like, when people think of Afghanistan, I want them to think of Bolani, something good. I read a book when I was in when I was in community college, and it was about Japanese Americans after World War II and how they were put in internment camps. And it was about a family who had a deli. Who, when soldiers came back from World War II, they really started to ask some of the people who had these little delis who would make just American sandwiches about sushi. And these Japanese Americans who were trying to hide their identity as being Japanese were kind of surprised, and they slowly started to make it for these soldiers. And then, today when you think of Japan, you don't think of, war, you don't think of imperial empires, you think of, these brands. You think of these food products like sushi, you think of Toyota, you think of Nintendo, all these things that have kind of shaped the mindset. And I would love to one day help shape the mindset of Afghanistan, Afghan people, and through the culture and food that it has, wonderful, a lot of wonderful things in.
Wow, that's so noble. I'm proud of you for doing that, and I wish you nothing but success. I mean, it's amazing to see these stories and these products that want to bring more than just an alternative to another product. You're really trying to bring the Afghan community and put them on a different light through a brand. I think that's so noble and so amazing. So congrats on that. As you know, this game isn't easy. Is there anything out there that you can inspire or recommend to a young entrepreneur or even somebody who's been in the game for 10, 15 years? What's something that you kind of live by, or do you have a mantra or a daily checklist or anything that kind of helps you get yourself inspired or inspire others?
Yeah, I mean, definitely other entrepreneurs inspire me, especially people who are very inspirational, like on LinkedIn and other places where you see them. Definitely daily, those guys, people remind me all the time of that. But personally, myself, I could probably say if you're a young entrepreneur, just know you have to take a lot of risks and you have to work very hard, and it doesn't come easy. And you can't just burn through cash and expect to get results, because the ship will sink quicker than the cash can burn. And for an entrepreneur who's 10 years, 15 years, 5 years into this, who's had a lot of experience and scars, I would just say, remember your family. Make sure you make time for that. Make sure you make time for your health. work smarter. Obviously, you have to work harder. That's for sure. I mean, I think both of those things have to go hand in hand. So when you're at work, you have to be laser focused, but also know like you can't take your work with you every day home, because there's no point in living life and making money or making something successful or getting admiration or completing your goals in life if you don't have good relationships and health and your soul, and all those things are not healthy.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the biggest thing I've taken away from the 5 years that we've been building this is, we could probably go get a job and make more money somewhere else, but what we have that is more valuable than a salary is our time. Our time is very valuable, and we can do things like this. Do a podcast in the afternoon and go pick up the boys, and then later on tonight we'll get into the TPS reports and all the operation stuff. But yeah, there's a whole day. It's not just cut out during the daylight. So that's great advice.
So definitely, just to reiterate your point is, I think one thing also is just staying calm. Like if I'm watching the NBA playoffs right now, and you can see the teams that can kind of stay calm. And same thing goes for CPG. It's kind of like you're gonna have wins. You can't get overly excited. If you get overly excited and comfortable with the big win, then things aren't gonna go right. Also, with a big loss, you can't get overly stressed and sad and bring down. You just have to be calm through the storm. You have to keep building your ship and just stay calm at the waves. If the waves come really big, don't get scared, don't get excited. Just stay calm and kind of cast your sail, anchor down. You know what to do.
Absolutely. I will admit I'm guilty of that. It's definitely taken some time
We
to
all are.
you. I mean, it's really about the experience, right? You have to go through it first, a time or two to realize, all right, now I know what to do when that big wave comes, whether it's a success or a failure. But then again, as long as you're failing forward, I think that's been something that we're pretty prideful over here at Hello Water is, you name it, we've probably made the mistake. It's probably in a book that we could have read about and didn't read it till afterwards.
Same.
But yeah, I mean, and then you have just opportunities like this to share the story, learn more, and the more that we're in such a great community, right? We're so willing to help each other out, and there's no real secret or blueprint to any of this, other than just don't give up and keep failing forward. So that's awesome. What's next for Bolani? Are you guys doing new products, or are you just still kind of focused on what you got in front of you?
Yeah, so we've launched our gluten-free line, which is our newest product, and we've kind of reformulated, which we think is an awesome formulation. We just got gluten-free certified. We're also doing a collaboration with Beyond Meat, so we made a kebab Bolani that is going really successful right now for us.
Nice.
We are getting ready to move into national distribution through KeHE and UNFI. And we are opening up to larger anchor accounts in the next year. We'll probably be in several of them. And we are building out another building, as I said earlier, which is a monumental task, but definitely very rewarding. We'll also get a bigger break room, a lot of things that will come with it, to little stuff that makes you
The
happy in
fun stuff,
CPG.
right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Very nice. This has been awesome. I appreciate it. I didn't have
appreciate
to.
you.
I'm excited to share your story and get people to check you out. Is Yeah, if you want to tell the listeners, hopefully all the millions of people that have watched this, where they can find Bolani, where they can reach out to you if they've got any entrepreneur questions or any support from our community to theirs. Where can they connect with you?
Yeah, so you can order Bolani. We ship all over the country. You can also buy Bolani. You can go on the website. We have a great store locator. If we're near you, you can always buy there. We'll for sure, hopefully, be near you soon. And for other entrepreneurs, you can reach out to me anytime. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can add me. I almost pretty much add anyone. And you can always message me. I'm totally open to help you in any way I can. So yeah, anything I can do to help you, let me know.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Bilal, pleasure to meet you, young man. Best of luck to you and the family. I'm glad to hear mom and dad are doing well. Hopefully, your brother's working hard over there. You guys
Yeah.
are on for big things. Check out Bolani.co, right?
Yep.
For more information. And then, go say hi on LinkedIn. And again, any questions for either one of us, you can check out this podcast episode on hellowater.com/ mission inspired. And we'll look forward to more things from Bolani and hopefully seeing you out in the field someday.
Thank you, Rusty. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank
Enjoy the
you.
day, guys.